So let me give you some macro trends that we are seeing that will underpin the markets going forward, not only 2024, but much ahead into the future. So if you look at the India GDP growth, we all kind of worry about global world slowing. There are things happening in India as well, which will impact economy and markets. But the most important thing that we believe that one should look at is that over the long run, India has grown at 6.2% real GDP growth rate, despite whatever happening in India, be it a single party government, be it the coalition government, and what all has not happened in India. We have seen prime minister assassination, we have seen flood, famines. Recently, Chennai, we have all witnessed the cyclone and the aftermath of that. All has been part of India. All these 40 years that we have seen, and despite that, India has grown at 6.2% real GDP growth rate for over last 40 years. So even now, when you worry about elections, don't worry about that, because India has its own internal consumption dynamics, which leads to this growth rate, and we don't see that altering. So people may come to you and say that India may grow at 8, 9, 10%, or cause, on the other end, a worry in terms of India may grow at 4 or 5%. There could be years when you see such touch points at 8, 9%, or even 4, 5%. But on a consistent, on an average basis, India will grow at 6.2%. Our estimators for next couple of decades, 10, 20 years, India will grow at 6.5% real GDP growth rate. And there is nothing that will alter that view. India could grow higher, but we need a lot of things in place before it could grow at a higher growth trajectory, like land reforms, labor reforms, infrastructure built up, etc., for it to grow at that higher pace of growth. Also, we need capital, and if we have mixture of all that, we could edge higher in terms of growth. But until those things come along, we will grow at 6.5% real GDP growth rate for next couple of decades.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.